Kevin, congratulations. Progression to the third qualifying round of the Emirates FA Cup. I think that's the first time you've achieved that in your time as manager here. Yes, a little slight rueful look there, but yeah, it was a really good performance today against Kidderminster Harriers, and successful by 3-1.
Yeah, it's a pleasing day, isn't it? I think it was probably an entertaining game. As you quite rightly point out, I've not had a great FA Cup record here, and it's a tough competition to do well at any club, and I've been lucky enough to experience reasonable runs in it and know what that brings to a club, both financially and from a coverage perspective as well. And it's nice for other. It would be nice, I should say, for us to try and achieve that this season. But today's great for everybody. Important to enjoy the win. The lads deserve a fantastic pat on the back, and hopefully the draw's kind to us, and it'd be nice to have another home tie.
Sure. I mean, yes, clearly it is a long way to go, and clubs at our level don't expect to win this competition, but it does have big benefits, and it's about taking the first step, and that was a really very positive first step today, particularly after an opening 20 minutes where you probably didn't see that much of the ball.
No, Kidderminster, they're a strong outfit, and we knew we were in for a real test. And all the clubs at Step 2 give you exactly that. There's no gimmies in the division. It's probably fortunate that we were at home. It could have been worse, and we could have had to play at Kidderminster, but at home, strong following. Take a moment at good times, and go on to win the game. But as you quite rightly point out, Kidderminster started the game better than us. One or two moments that they got into. I don't think Josh has had so much to do in that period, but nonetheless they were getting it, in and around our penalty area, and always look a threat and always look dangerous, as it did for the 90 minutes. And these encounters are notoriously very, very tight encounters. I think scoring at the right time. I think we've had the second best chance in the first half, where we could have taken a 2-0 lead in. Whether that was deserved or not, sometimes that's how it unfolds. We were on the end of a result last week that we probably didn't deserve. We probably deserved a little bit more out of it. That's sometimes how it works. There's some really strong sides at the level. Kidderminster obviously being full time and being able to rest at the right time is an advantage, no doubt about it. But our lads haven't, felt sorry for themselves on that front. They've gone on with it. They've been prepared to go toe to toe and make life hard for Kidderminster, and ultimately come out with a result.
Sure. Do you think mentally it perhaps helped that this tie didn't look like one of those early round banana skins against a lower ranked team? I mean, you knew this was going to be a test, and you had to be up for that test.
Yes, absolutely, I'd agree with you. Like I say, in fact, you've got to try and make home advantage count. I thought the crowd again were brilliant, right behind us, and the lads are lifted by that. We're all lifted by that, and it's a pretty healthy crowd for this stage of the competition. But yeah, you're right. It's people, kind of said it's a free hit for us, but I don't think I wanted to view it like that, and I don't think the players wanted to view it like that. We want to try and progress in the competition. We've not done so for quite some while, and certainly not in my tenure here. So it's nice to win a game in it. But look, we've got obviously a big league game next week that we need to try and do well in, and that obviously remains our main focus. But if we could back that up with maybe a run in this or a run in the trophy, that would be equally very nice.
Sure. You did have to make a couple of changes today. The first one in goal, Josh Gracie coming in on loan from Wolverhampton Wanderers. My understanding is that probably you would have liked to get Josh in a little bit earlier, but he's been away with Northern Ireland's under-21s.
Yeah, he's sort of come to my attention towards the end of last season. I saw him play, ironically, in a game at Kidderminster for Wolves, and he was amazing in the game. We've been in conversation about potential of a loan deal taking place. He's for a 17-year-old, the maturity that he shows, the responsibilities he's taken on board. Look, I don't want to get ahead of it for him, but at the age he is and the stature that he carries, the confidence that he carries, is rare for a young man of that age. And I've little doubt, hopefully he stays injury free and I'm sure he's going to go on to have a fantastic career, and if we can be a small part of that and in his learning and his experience, then yeah, it's a nice fit for both Telford and for Wolves.
Sure. I should also just mention the other change you made today, which was to bring Orrin Pendley back into the side, clearly with that kind of goal-scoring prowess in mind. A fantastic effort from him, both defensively, but to score what ultimately proved to be, the decisive goal.
Yeah. When I look at it, and Jordan's been in there alongside Oliver and been brilliant for us, and Orrin's come out of the side, had to be patient, and I just admire his courage and strength of character, because it's not easy, to go into a side that's done okay over the last probably 3 or 4 weeks, and manage games pretty well during that period, to then be thrust in there, and you've got to then pick up the reins and go and do it as well as the guy that's come out of the side. It is a challenge in itself, and I just think the way that he grew into the game, the way he went about his work, great credit to him. It's not an easy place to find yourself. You've got to have that strength of character to be able to do it, and he's shown that today. And to come up with a goal like he has, he regularly comes up with some massive goals for us, doesn't he? And today was no different at a crucial time. An amazing finish, and delighted for him, delighted for Charlie. He's got off the bench time and again, and he has an assist in that. I know there's a little bit of work for him to do, but Charlie's gone on the outside and continued to threaten, and then to get his goal at the end, it's just really pleased for them. And it's nice, I guess, as a player, when you can feel that reward as an individual, but equally what it brings to us as a group and a club is really, really important. And yeah, I love the attitude they're showing. There's a couple on the outside of it at the moment that, Luke will be disappointed, Manny will be disappointed that we can't fit them into the 18. But look, that's a nice headache for me to have, and hopefully we continue to have a strong squad and remain largely injury free as we start to go deeper into the season.
Sure. And we just close by saying it is the draw on Monday. I get the feeling a home tie would be preferable, because I think you'd always like to be at home in cup ties, but once the draw's made, the focus switches to Alfreton for next Saturday.
Yeah.
First things first.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to be able to look forward to something like that, isn't it? And yeah, it is. I suppose it is quite exciting. But look, whatever it throws up and whatever we have to deal with, we will do in due course. But you're absolutely right. Our bread and butter is that we continue to pick points up in the league, and that is the most important thing. If we can keep this group fit and healthy and playing to the level that they are at the moment, hopefully there are more exciting times ahead of us.
Kevin, congratulations on your victory today, and thanks for your time, as always.
Thank you.